It's hard to believe the Toyota Tundra came out over 20 years ago. Since that time, the truck has seen some updates, but it's used virtually the same platform the last 15 years. But now, for the 2022 model year, Toyota has fully redesigned the Tundra, and there are quite a bit of major updates. With the full-size truck market being one of the most competitive segments in the US, does this all-new Toyota Tundra have the goods to keep up with the competition? Before we begin, we'd like to give a huge shout out to Toyota of Gastonia for letting us spend some time with this 2022 Toyota Tundra. Toyota of Gastonia has a nice selection of new and used vehicles, so if you're in the market for a new vehicle, be sure to check out the folks at Toyota of Gastonia. The 2022 Toyota Tundra is looking to reignite the flame the original Tundra had when it was released in 2000. This newest truck rides on a new platform, has a revamped interior with updated tech, and the styling is eye-catching and bold. The last time the Toyota Tundra received an update this significant, Lewis Hamilton hadn't even started his long career in Formula 1, and Max Verstappen, well, he was 10 years old. For those of you that aren't Formula 1 fans, just completely ignore all of that. In that same amount of time, the competition from the big three American trucks have seen vast improvements. The F-150 from Ford, the 1500 from Ram, and Chevy Silverado continue to be the unquestioned leaders in this segment. But for those who are Toyota loyalists, these much-needed updates are more than welcome. The 2022 Toyota Tundra comes in 7 different trim levels. The 5 lowest trims come standard with the 3.5-liter twin-turbo V6. The TRD Pro and luxury-oriented capstone trims add a battery pack to the Turbo V6, creating the iForce Max hybrid powertrain. Both 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive are available, along with double cab and crew cab configurations, and there are 3 bed lengths ranging from 5.5, 6.5, and 8.1 feet. The one we have here is a 2022 Toyota Tundra 1794, which is the highest non-hybrid trim, although the hybrid powertrain is optional. In this truck is 2-wheel drive with a 5.5-foot bed, painted in the $425 optional Supersonic Red. The Tundra styling is certainly in your face with the massive grille. The grille is surrounded by chrome accenting with the word Tundra stamped in the lower portion of the bumper. On each side of the grille are large functional air vents, and all Tundras come standard with LED headlights. The 1794 has premium LED headlights, which add sequential signals to both the front and the rear. At the bottom of the bumper are LED fog lights. The hood has some nice deep lines and grooves to add to the Tundra's bubbly yet aggressive appearance. From the side, you can get a good look at the overall size of the all-new Tundra. With the Crew Max cab and 5.5-foot bed, this truck has an overall length of 233.6 inches. The standard wheels are 20 inches, and blacked out wheels can be had with the TRD package. There's plenty of chrome on the mirrors, door handles, and window trim, and there's a chrome 1794 badge that runs the length of the door on the 1794 trim. The rear suspension has a new multi-link setup with a live axle and coil springs instead of leaf springs. This truck is equipped with the standard suspension, but an air suspension is available with leveling and adaptive features. There's more chrome in the rear with Tundra stamped in the tailgate in large letters. Aside from the normal ways of opening the tailgate, a button on the driver's side taillight will also lower the dampened tailgate. The bed is lined in an aluminum composite material. There's LED lighting and a 400-watt outlet that can be useful for keeping batteries charged or for powering other equipment. Compared to the outgoing truck, the new Tundra has the same wheelbase, but can be up to 4.7 inches longer and is 1.5 inches wider and 1 inch taller. Overall, the styling of the new Tundra is attractive and the truck certainly has presence on and off the road. Getting into the 2022 Tundra can be done using the key you see here, or by using the keyless entry feature on the door handles. It's worth mentioning Toyota does offer a power running board and power bedstep package for $1,350. The interior of the Tundra is a welcoming and airy space, and the updated technology is very much needed over the outgoing model. This truck has the rich cream leather interior, which does have to be selected to get the red exterior paint. The centerpiece of the newest technology and of the dash is the massive 14-inch touchscreen, which is currently the largest in the segment. Toyota did a great job of integrating the screen into the dash, and the graphics on the screen are very crisp, and for the most part the screen is highly responsive to touch inputs. There is some setup by owners required to use some of the features, but for me it was great to have full screen Apple CarPlay. Both wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard. Putting the Tundra into reverse will bring up a high-resolution image and 360 surround view of the truck. It is a bit annoying that you can't control this animation, and once you hit play, you need to let it play all the way through to get all the angles. There's a 12-speaker JBL system providing audio to the interior. In 1794 trim, the interior has a nice modern luxury vibe with plenty of straight lines, soft touch materials that include real wood and leather, and some unique floor mats with 1794 labeling. Physical buttons for important things like the volume and climate controls remain. The front seats in the 1794 offer both heating and ventilation. The gauge cluster has a 12.3-inch digital display, which comes standard on the 1794. There's not much customization, but all the built-in graphics are good. The colors are bright and the information is very clear. A head-up display is optional. The rearview mirror can display a digital image of what's behind you or act as a normal mirror. It's convenient for when you have larger items blocking your visibility, although I did find it can be tough to see sometimes if there is too much glare from the sun. The steering wheel is heated and has power adjustments. The leather feels great to touch, and there are physical buttons for media controls and cruise control functions. The center console has the gear shifter for the 10-speed automatic transmission. There's a space for charging your phone wirelessly, and the drive modes allow you to adjust the dynamics of the truck. This would also be the location for the drivetrain controls in trucks with four-wheel drive. The center console is deep and has USB ports. And if you look close at the divider and at the bottom of the console, there are small trucks and SUVs, which is a nice Easter egg detail. The glove compartment provides additional room for storage. The same goes for the doors, which have large openings for items, and the doors are lined with wood and leather. Standard is a full panoramic sunroof that offers plenty of sky views in the cabin. There's also a power-operated rear window, and when both the sunroof and rear window are open, the Tundra provides an extremely comfortable place to be on nice days. The front seats have 41.2 inches of legroom and 39.3 inches of headroom. Getting into the backseat of the Tundra, the quality of materials continues, and so does the space. There's 41.6 inches of legroom and 36.9 inches of headroom. While both the front and rear spaces have tons of room, this is the smallest interior in the segment, but there's still plenty of it. The floor has a large drivetrain bump in the middle, while the competition offers completely flat floors, which makes storing long items more convenient to do. The outboard seats can be heated and cooled, and there are USB ports and a 120-volt power outlet. The windows offer sunshades, and if you opt for the non-hybrid truck, you will find storage space underneath the rear seats. In hybrid models, this is the location of the battery pack. Overall, the interior looks great and has the best build quality when compared to the competition. Powering this 1794 is the standard 3.5-liter twin-turbocharged V6. The engine produces 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. There's a less powerful version of this engine that can be found in the SR trim. Although there is no V8 option, this standard V6 makes 8 more horsepower and 78 more pound-feet of torque than the outgoing V8. Power is routed through a 10-speed automatic. Note, this two-wheel drive 1794 has a max towing of 11,310 pounds and a max payload of 1,720 pounds. If you opt for four-wheel drive, you will lose just under 300 pounds of towing and 100 pounds of payload. The SR5 two-wheel drive trim, with the 6.5-foot bed, appears to be the trim that offers the advertised max 12,000 pounds and 1,940 pounds of towing and payload. When driving this newest Toyota Tundra, you will notice everything feels solid. The chassis feels very controlled, and for as much as this truck weighs, it feels light on its feet and even nimble in certain situations. The new turbo V6 does well to get the truck up to speed, and for anyone doubting its ability to replace the V8, I'm here to assure you that this is a better engine in every way minus the sound you can only get from a V8. The transmission is very smooth in its operation, and with 10 speeds, it does well to not hunt for gears, allowing you to always stay in the engine's sweet spot. The shifts aren't the quickest, and there can be a bit of lag at times when flooring the throttle, but overall the combination of the transmission and engine work well together. Toyota also offers plenty of driver safety features as standard. As I mentioned earlier, when it comes to doing pure truck stuff, the big three from America are hard to beat. But at the price points the Tundra competes in, it does offer plenty to take on its rivals. The Ford, Ram, and Chevy have almost a limitless amount of configurations and engine choices, so it can be quite hard to completely pin down towing and payload capacities for specific configurations. The Tundra doesn't have that issue with just a few configuration options. In that regard, the Toyota offers a lot of tech, comfort, and luxury while still providing good towing and payload numbers. Truck buyers are some of the most loyal consumers on the planet, so it would be hard to think that Toyota will be converting any buyers away from the big three. But for Toyota loyalists and new truck buyers looking to get into a truck that does everything you would want with an attractive starting price and extremely good build quality, the all-new 2022 Toyota Tundra is certainly worth checking out. Thanks for watching, and thanks again to Toyota of Gastonia. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. You can also find us on Instagram at rideXdrive.